Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Temi, and on this channel I share content along the lines of personal development and self-improvement content. Thank you so much for joining me back on this channel again and on the Purpose Discovery series, and thank you so much to those people and those new subscribers who have joined the family. I'm really grateful for that. So as you know, I've been doing a Purpose Discovery series on this channel, and we've been looking at deep topics that help us to uncover what purpose really is and how can we actually discover our purpose. What are the kind of practical life skills, what are the things that we can do, what are the topics that we can cover to really understand purpose, or to just help us all on our journey to uncovering and unleashing purpose. And I'm so happy to hear that people are enjoying it and people are subscribing, and I'm just really grateful. Honestly, I'm so grateful. A lot of the stuff that I learned on my journey towards discovering and uncovering purpose, I learned it literally through prayer, through fasting, through listening to sermons, through so many different, through my own life journey, I suppose, through literally my own life journey and my own personal walk. And I wanted to share this content with people because I know that it's something that's not kind of widely known, and it's something that, you know, it's a personal thing to really uncover purpose, but I think that we can make it easier by helping people along the way, which is what I'm trying to do right here. So thank you so much for joining me on this channel. In this video, we are going to be uncovering and looking at identity. Now, identity is a big topic. It's something that that is so essential and is so important when we're thinking about purpose. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of the times we can carry an identity that is not actually ours, or we can carry an identity, we can see ourselves and identify as being something that we're not. And you know, the thing is with purpose and with uncovering your purpose, you have to have a clear identity. You have to have not only a clear identity but an accurate identity. And I think a lot of the times we are going through life, or we've gone through experiences in life, and we can end up literally carrying the wrong identity. We can end up having an identity that's not actually in alignment with where we're going or in alignment with who we truly are. And I think a lot of the times this happens through a variety of different reasons. The people that I've coached, or some of the people that I've coached in the past, have experienced this, whereby, you know, it's usually from trauma. So usually if you've gone through something that's really difficult and that's really wounded you at a deep level, you can end up carrying an identity that is basically linked to the trauma of what you've gone through. And I think that when you're really trying to unleash and discover purpose, you actually have to heal. Like, you genuinely have to heal, and you have to embrace who you truly are. And you know, you find that you might be thinking, what is she talking about? Like, I know who I am, you know? But to really uncover purpose and to really uncover like who you genuinely are, it takes a lot of stripping back. A lot of us, we feel that we're known by so many people, or we have a really good idea of who we are, we have this, we have that. We identify ourselves by the possessions that we have, or the achievements that we have, or the things that we've done, or the people that we know, or the people that know us. But really knowing who you are has nothing to do with your material possessions, with the people that you know, with the people that know you, with the things that you've achieved. Like, a lot of the times, have you ever heard this thing whereby if you meet somebody, people always introduce themselves by their profession, people always introduce themselves by the things that they do? And that's obviously just natural to us as society. Like, we want to introduce ourselves by the things that we do, right? But I would say that truly beginning to know yourself, or truly knowing who you are, is about knowing who you are stripped bare of like all of the things that are around you. So like your possessions, so imagine if you were to be stripped bare of everything today, would you still be, would you know who you are, if that makes sense? Like that is what your identity really is. And obviously with identity can change over time. A lot of people identify with different things. So for example, when you were young, your identity might have been obviously as a student at the time, you might have identified as a student. Or if you're in a specific profession, let's say you're a trader, or you're in the banking profession, or you are in the healthcare profession, or you are, I don't know, in the military. I have no idea what your profession might be, but let's say you are in a specific profession, you might identify yourself like as somebody in that profession. But truly knowing who you are is about knowing who you are at a core level. Knowing who you are is about knowing who you are stripped bare of titles, of positions, of people, of resources, of accolades, achievements, even of how you look as well. Like it's really about knowing, who actually am I? How do I behave in this sort of situation? How do I identify? Obviously, you have the social parameters, but what is my life saying? Where am I going? And I think identity is a big part of purpose, because in order to know your purpose, in order to be in alignment with your God-ordained purpose, it means having a healthy and a coherent sense of identity. And I think for me, I'll be very honest, like for so many years, I was just I wouldn't say I was a very lost person, but I was a very kind of, I'm naturally quite a shy person, but I was somebody who I just didn't really, I had no sense of direction in terms of where I was going. And I think for me personally, over my journey in life, my identity truly became, why can't I talk today? My identity truly got stronger and stronger the more I began to have a personal relationship with God. And I never forget, I had an amazing encounter with God. It was just so surreal. It was so surreal. And I think from that moment forward is when my identity became formed, like fully formed. And I was probably in my like mid-20s going to late 20s at the time. And up until then, I thought I knew who I was, right? I thought I knew, we're on this journey in life. I know my name, I know what I'm doing, I'm achieving, I'm doing okay. I thought I knew who I was, but then I began to realize, hang on, identity is really found in Christ. Identity is truly found in knowing who you are in Christ and knowing what God has said about you. If you really, really want to begin to have a firm foundation, literally have a firm foundation in who you are and have, fully formed roots, you have to find yourself in Christ. You have to build and cultivate a personal relationship. And I don't just mean, going to church is great. Going to church is amazing. Getting involved in, fellowship and stuff like that, fabulous. But honestly, your identity is going to truly, truly be formed by you cultivating a personal relationship with God, a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and going in deep. A lot of the times when I think about my relationship with God, it really became strengthened when I had a personal encounter. And it really became strengthened when I kind of let go of a lot of the religious practices that I was doing and began to actually embrace the reality of the faith that I'm actually proclaiming to be, if that makes sense. A lot of the times I felt like I was able to understand all of the kind of rules and all of the kind of legalism and all of the kind of activities and things like that. But the actual meat of the relationship, the actual filling, the actually being filled with Christ, actually having a personal encounter, a personal revelation, a rhema and an understanding and an encounter with God it blew my mind. And from that moment, my identity, it has built a platform. Like, I'm being honest with you, it has built a platform whereby my identity is solid. It doesn't matter what I go through in life. It doesn't matter what I might face. It doesn't matter the things that I might come across. Yes, it might be difficult, or it might, I have no idea. Right now, my life is pretty okay, but you know, obviously I have no idea what might come tomorrow. But one thing that I'm sure about is that personal encounter that I had in my like mid to late 20s has really formed a solid sense of identity that I couldn't build, that society couldn't build, and that achievements couldn't build. So identity is basically formed and discovered in Christ. And I think that the more I embraced that reality, everything began to make so much more sense. You know, purpose and identity are so heavily linked. They are so, the moment you begin to understand who you are in Christ, the moment you begin to have a fully fledged relationship with God, and you begin to pursue Him with your whole heart, and you begin to hide yourself away in a secret place and just have you and God time, just dwell with Him in the quietness, that is the moment that your purpose is just going to start being revealed to you in glimpses and in stages. This channel isn't meant to be something that is really, you know, like a groundbreaking revelation of how, you know, how purpose is just going to fall on your lap, because at the end of the day, it is a journey. When I started and I had that amazing encounter with God, up until now, my purpose has been revealed to me in stages. And I think that when you're uncovering purpose and you're trying to unleash and find yourself and find your identity and find a true expression, because what purpose really is essentially a true expression of your assignment here. And if you have the wrong identity, you will be essentially engaging in the wrong purpose. Purpose and identity are linked, because it's from your identity that you find purpose. It's from who you are. It's from your being that you begin to uncover what your purpose is. And if you have the wrong, this is the number one tactic that the enemy does, or the enemy uses, is to give people the wrong identity. The number one tactic, he cannot stop your assignment on the earth. He cannot stop what God has told you to do. He cannot stop what God has placed in your mind or in your heart to do. But the number one thing he can do is to distort your sense of identity, because if you have the wrong identity, you'll be chasing the wrong purpose. You'll be having the wrong focus. You'll be distracted and you'll be on the wrong lane. And you find that you're building and building and building and building. And it gets to several years down the line and you realize you've been on the wrong ladder. And I think that having an identity that is found in Christ will hopefully, not even hopefully, it will. Having an identity that is formulated and found and grounded and fully formed in Christ is what is going to help you to be on the right lane and have the right focus and uncover the right purpose and uncover the right direction for your life. So this is a very, I feel like we haven't even really touched the iceberg. When it comes to identity is a big topic. But I want this channel to essentially be short, bite-sized kind of videos that help people to think and help people to challenge themselves, help people to think outside the box and uncover new ways of seeing things. And you know, I'm somebody who I'm a very out of the box person. I think about things very differently. I process things very differently, and I think that that's something that I really want to bring to this channel and to this series. And so essentially what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to keep these videos very short and very sweet and just very straight to the point. So if some of these videos are kind of like really heavy topics, I might not be able to cover everything about them in a 10-minute, 14-minute, even an 18-minute video. It's not really going to cover everything. But please bear in mind, right, that if you ever feel like you want to have a one-to-one session and you want me to sit with you and actually think about, listen to the things that you might be going through or grappling with, you can always get in touch with me. I'll leave my details down below in the description box. And honestly, I am so excited about this Purpose Discovery series because nobody told me this information. I had to glean it, I had to find it, I had to uncover it for myself. And I think that there are so many of us that are really wanting to understand there has to be more to life. There has to be more to this world. And there is a lot more to life. And we are on a leveling up journey. And I'm so excited that there are people out there that are watching this video, that are subscribed to this channel, who are getting something, who is getting something out of this channel, you know, that getting something out of these videos, and it's helping people to think outside the box and to level up and to grow and to develop. So guys, if you have liked this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload a brand new video. I am going to be uploading once a week, so I'm going to be giving weekly uploads in this series. So please, if you are interested in finding out more about how to discover your purpose, you're gonna want to subscribe, you're gonna want to hit the notification bell so that you're notified of when I upload another video. And also you're gonna want to get your friends and your family on board with you, because listen, if you're the only one leveling up in your arena, in your family, in your social group, you are then going to have to help every other person around you. But if you bring them along on the journey with you, and we all level up together, we are all growing, and we can all see our progress one step at a time and one day at a time. So do you know what you need to do? Get them to like, subscribe, and share this channel so that we can all grow together. And without further ado, I'm going to leave the video here, and I will see you again on this channel on another video on the Purpose Discovery series. So until then, bye.